Welcome into Tiny Random Readings with T. In this edition, we are doing a If They Were My Client reading. And in this reading, we are reading with Kim Kardashian. So I heard that she asked four different psychics if she was going to pass the bar, and all of them said that she would. And then she didn't. So I want to know if they knew she wasn't going to pass, why she can't pass, and if she ever will. So come with me. Let's pull some cards and get into it as if she was my client. Okay, so let's start with what I know, right? I did not look into this. I don't know much. I know that she went to these people. I know that they told her she'd pass. I know that she didn't. I know that she's taken it before or something like it or something like that. So let's get into first, were they lying? And let me also preface by saying, I don't know these people. I don't know who she read with. I don't know these people personally. I'm just curious. So let's see. In general, was she being okay? Interesting. So I have the psychopath, abusive, conniving, unpredictable, and then clingy, old exes, dead relationships, old ways. Uh-huh. Let me just get some more. What? Oh. Okay. Let's move these up. All right. So y'all tell me what you think. Were they lying? Mind you, the bottom card is masked. Okay. Hiding, concealing, deception. All right. So, yes. Clearly, I think these people were lying. I don't even think they saw it wrong. I think that they lied to her. Yes. And I think that in most cases, it feels like they lied to her because they didn't want to upset her, right? They partially wanted her money, right? They definitely wanted her money. They wanted her to believe in them. They wanted to get more information on her. They wanted to tap into her energy. Um, I feel like for some of them, this was like the biggest client they've ever had, and they just were trying to keep it and like do what they thought that they were supposed to be doing to keep it. And sometimes when you do readings, if you have a bias or like you can have bias because you could have a thought in mind, or you could want something specific, or you could not go with your first gut, or things like that. It feels like some of these people were definitely cons. I feel like some of these people she's seen before, um, and they've lied to her before, or they've told her false shit before. And again, it's trying to keep her energy, trying to keep her as a client, or trying to keep her like a relationship with her, you know? And like I said, for some people it feels like for some for some people or one person it feels like they just got it wrong. And I feel bad for that person because they genuinely got it wrong. Some other people it feels like they didn't want to hurt her feelings. Some of them knew and didn't want to hurt her feelings. And then I want to see, is it like one person that was the messy mess over here, or was it more than one of them? Because I feel like they said she went to four psychics, which is nutty as fuck. Like, I mean, if you went to four psych, mind you, if you went to four psychics, you knew, and all four of them said yes, you knew that you weren't. Your intuition told you you weren't, so you need a fucking psychic. Sometimes you don't need somebody to pull cards for you. You just need to listen to your intuition or listen to what the fuck you're being told by your people. Because again, if the first one told you yes, why didn't you believe it? Something inside of you told you you weren't. You knew you weren't. Like, come on. Anyway, I just want to see. Okay, were there more than? I feel like they all knew they were false in some kind of way. Everybody was doing, even if at the heart of it they weren't trying to use, everybody was using in some kind of way. Everybody was trying to have some piece of it, or keep a hold of it, or keep her as a client, or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? And then on the bottom we have the Page of Wands. So it's like the intention, the thought was ill, you know? Interesting. Okay, so yes and yes on all of that. Okay, all right. Now, let's see. Why the fuck does she keep failing? Like, what's the motherfucking issue, babes? Why do you keep failing this test? Um, let's see. This is a new deck. I don't know if this one's necessarily gonna work for this, but we will see. Why does she keep failing this test? Can you tell me from here? It's not like a good deck to use for this. This was too many things. Okay, so we have Shadow, Love and Gaslight, Red Flag. I didn't even see there was something under Red Flag. Snack, Empath. Huh. And then Land Back is on the bottom. Like I said, I just got this deck. I haven't used it a lot, but why is she not passing? Okay, so part of it, like it feels like she wants it, but she doesn't want it. Number one, you're distracted. Let's put that out there, right? Number one, you're distracted. This is like also part of it is like too emotional for her. There's something too emotional about it. With this empath, I don't get like empathic like other people's feelings. I really feel like the shit, it's like, you know how if you're trying to do something, or if you're trying to look for something and the shit is like you can't find it, and you've been doing it for too long, or you've been working on something and it's just not going the way you need it to, and you kind of just need to fucking step away and like have a different perspective of it to come back to it to do. That's what this card feels like, right? That's what this card feels like. Also, it feels like part of this, like part of why she's not passing is because there's something that she's not good at, or like something that she's inherently not getting over. There's like some hurdle, and then it's not just passing it. Like there's some hurdle in terms of like understanding, or like comprehension, or studying, or something that she's not getting over. And also like people blew smoke up your ass, like Love and Gas, like people blew smoke up your ass. Youth, in a way, it feels like you may think that you're better at it than you are, because inherently you may be good at it, but like book wise there's a disconnect. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't, like if I would almost say like she had like dyslexia, or like, you know, some kind of like test taking issue or something like that, which I know sounds weird, but like whatever. Let's pull more cards. Also, with the land back card on the bottom, I don't know if this is really what you want to do. Even with the shadow card, like I think you might have started this and like you want to finish it because you're supposed to finish it, but I don't know that this is what you want to do, which may be part of why it's hard for you to do, or to, you know, pass. Puzzled, confused, perplexed, conflicted. What did I just fucking say, y'all? What did I just say? I just said it. I just said it. Okay. Is there anything else? Oh, this fell out now. Drowning. Over your head, overextended, rock bottom. Right. Like, there's parts of this shit that you just don't get. You just don't get it, girl. You just don't get it. And clearly, Mercury retrograde tried to stop me from being great because I didn't realize that the microphone died. But it's okay because here we are finishing this reading. So anyway, like I was saying, she definitely has some kind of test taking disability, or there's some kind of comprehension disability when it comes to this information in terms of what she is supposed to get for the bar. She's in over her head. She's not understanding. It's overwhelming, meaning it's too much information to understand or to remember. It's too much for her to have to put in an application. So it's like you could be getting into the books, but you can't actually like apply it when you need to apply it in the actual real life scenarios. So there could be a number of different reasons why this isn't working out for her in terms of the puzzle, or why it's complex for her, but it clearly is complex for her, like I had mentioned before. So now we're going to get into what are some things that she could maybe be doing to help her if she does want to pass the bar. Because if she was my client, one of the things that I would do is read on how she could get to the goal that she wants to get to, if it's possible for her to get to, and the things that she could do or put in. And I'm really pissed that the microphone was off for this because this was such a good reading, but it's fine because we're going to keep going. So these are the next cards we got. We use the surrender deck. Surrender your attachment to results. Formula for success is to do all that you can do to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. And that's what I talked about in terms of her and, having too emotional of a connection to this right now to really be successful. Surrender to your full power. Life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small, quote unquote. And when I talked about this, is me really just saying, like, she needs to really own this shit. She needs to step all the way into this. She can't be doing skims. She can't be doing all this fucking random acting shit. She needs to really go all the way in with law if this is really what she is feeling like she wants to do or claiming that she wants to do. She needs to devote all her time to it. And I feel like at one point in time, she did do that. And if this is really what she wants to do and be successful at it, then she needs to do that again. Because her doing other things and this at the same time is not going to lead to success for her. The last thing we have is surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. And so again, like I said, she can't be doing a whole bunch of other shit. I understand she has other companies, she has kids, she has a lot of things going on. And also, if this is really what she claims she wants to do, then she needs to buckle the fuck down and do it. That's the only way that she's going to start to understand the shit the way that she needs to, because in studying the way that she has, there's something disconnected about her applying this information. And so she needs to really figure out what that disconnect is. It's not even just studying more of the information. It's her figuring out where she has this comprehension issue, or this test taking issue. The other thing I had just got you saw was surrender your idea that you can fix someone, which is what I was asking about, whether she really wants to do this or not. And I didn't feel like it was really a good one for what we were asking, so I switched to this deck. Like I said before, this was a newer deck, so I just wanted to see if it would work for this question. And again, I asked if she really wants to be a lawyer, like why she wants to be a lawyer. So we get the vampire card, which, right, the stay in your lane card, and that just speaks for itself. And then on the bottom, we have Fashion Witch. The Fashion Witch card is basically about pretending to be spiritualists for likes, for followers, doing things for the wrong reasons. And all of these cards together basically make me feel like, number one, even if there was a place in the beginning where she really wanted to do this, at this point, it feels like she's doing it for optics. She's doing it for looks, and she really shouldn't be doing it because it's not something that's going to work out for her in the end. It's something that's taken her more time and more energy, and it's really a struggle for her in all reality. We have the vampire card, which we could get more into, but I feel like that's a whole separate reading, because part of that to me feels like she's feeding off the energy of people who are in need. She's feeding off the energy of the optics of what it looks like for her to be a lawyer, for her to be helping these people. But again, the idea to me in general also is that this shit is soul sucking for her, because this is really hard. It feels like most things may come easily to her, or, that she may have an easier time doing things, but this ain't one of them. So it feels like the reasonings for her to want to be a lawyer has to do with her own ego, her being pretentious. She feels like she has to complete it. She said she was going to do it, and she feels like she needs to to accomplish it. And that's how it kind of feels. But like, clearly, this is not what the fuck she should be doing. Okay. Like, this ain't it. So at this point, I just asked, if she does do it again, will she ever pass the bar? Like, will she ever be successful at passing the bar? I get the Devil reverse and the Tower reverse. And I don't love these cards, right? So I don't necessarily think she will. I think that eventually she may stop doing this. I pulled more cards, and again, you can see these cards just pop the fuck out. So much of this reading, all of the cards were popping out. It was very interesting. We get the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. And so it just feels like this is just such a struggle for her. If she continues to try to go for it, she will continue to struggle in this regard, especially if she doesn't do the things that I talked about before in terms of her buckling down, going all the way full into law, not doing anything else besides this. She really is, like I said, I feel like doing this for the optics of it. You know what I mean? Like, she feels like she has to complete it. She started it. She wants to complete it. She doesn't want to look like a failure. She wants the admiration and the energy that she would get off of being able to say that she did this. But I really don't think this is what she wants to do, number one, and what she should be focusing her energy on, because it just does not feel like her lane. It doesn't feel like something that comes easily to her like most other things do. It doesn't feel like something that she should necessarily be doing. So yeah, this is what I get from the reading. Let me know what y'all think of the cards. Let me know what y'all see that I may not have saw. If you know more about her law journey or what she has going on in terms of taking the bar, definitely let me know more information about that. If you'd like your own reading, definitely book with me at wildheartbotanica.com. Subscribe on Substack to get our monthly collective reading. Our fairy tale episode is out this week. Follow me on TikTok and IG at Tiny Divinations. And thank you so much for reading with me. If y'all like this, let me know so I can do more of these.